Hello and welcome to another one of those videos where I talk about updates on the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress coming from KitFox, Toady1, and Bay12 Games. This one snuck up on me on my day off. Guys, come on, you're not supposed to release stuff on Fridays. This is my day off. First off, this is a video that was posted on the KitFox YouTube channel. You can find pinned links down in the description of this video and in the comments section for the original video if you just want to go watch that. It's 7 minutes long. I'm going to kind of cut it down and just kind of talk over a little bit. It's going to include Tarn's face and gameplay and all that other good stuff, so stick around and I'll see you in a second.
I've loaded my brother's fort. He's been testing some things in. You can see down in the lower left we've got a sort of placeholder trade depot graphics, but a wagon is pulled up and there's some humans there. You can see the human merchants and their bodyguards.
So the first thing that he's showing off in this footage is the look command, which is now just when you move the mouse around. Up in the kind of top right area right below the really nice 69 year we're in, you can see the little text that pops up as the mouse moves around. He's hovering over the different stockpiles, wine barrels, and different objects in the world, which are showing you the description up in the top right now. Over in the top left, there are some announcements, and we can see that the humans are going to be leaving soon, and you can kind of see them run off at the bottom. And then the screen is going to change and show off migrant that is showing up in the bottom right. I do quite like the way this look command looks. However, I very much hope that we have the ability to change the color of the text in the game, because the blue from the old vanilla font is just awful to look at with the kind of gray background. It's almost indecipherable as far as I'm concerned. However, everything else here kind of looks nice from what I can tell.
Those mechanisms out of my brother's everything pile there, just making a little bit of defacement in his fortress here.
Now from here forward, he's working on a little mechanism stockpile in the bottom left. That's the little room that he just dug out. He was commenting that he's destroying his brother's fortress, and honestly, Tarn, I think that this kind of griefing is unacceptable. But now you're going to see him open up the stockpile menu and set it up to work with mechanisms. I think that this menu is going to be nice and easily navigatable. I think that there are some icons that look a little out of place in the background. Like, I feel like the actual background of the menu needs a little bit more texture, but you know, once again, as I always say, I think that this is going to be a modest the rescue situation. The actual mechanisms are found just by going into the everything, deselecting everything, and then just searching for mechanisms, and then they'll just fill up the stockpile. It's going to be a hell of a lot less cumbersome than it has been in the past, with having to manually kind of piece through and just knowing where in the UX you're going to find mechanisms, which is trap components, and then of course finding mechanisms. It's a lot less cumbersome than it's been in the past, and I quite like the way this menu looks in act. The next thing we're going to have a look at is he's going to have a look at the building menu for us. So down here he opens up the building menu. This whole menu to me just looks placeholder. He actually states in the video that these categories are to be determined. The first thing he's going to construct here is a door. By default it pops up the wooden door, and then he can go select from the siltstone doors that he has available. He's going to select the most, like the closest one, obviously the one at the top of the list, and then select where to place it, and then a dwarf's just going to go grab it from the stockpile and run down to the spot to place the door. And then from here, we're going to fiddle around with the building menu a little bit more, and he's going to construct a bridge. I am a little bit surprised they're kind of going along the bottom with this menu. I was kind of expecting it to kind of go up the top left, but I think that it needs a little bit more visual representation. Like, it would be kind of nice, especially if there are going to be hotkeys, because this menu makes me worried right now. If there are hotkeys like there have been previously, I hope that they get listed next to the different items on that menu. The next thing that I would like to say is that I think it would be I think we're really missing out on the fact that there isn't like a sprite kind of showing exactly what is on each item on the menu. Also, something that I haven't mentioned as this video's kind of gone on, what resolution is this running in? It looks really strange. So over in the left now, you can see he's placed a bridge. Of course, you can select the cardinal directions and retracting or raising for the bridge. And so the one over there is going to raise to the left, and you can kind of see the outline. There's a dwarf that's booking it back and forth from the stockpile over to the bridge to get her constructed with their little architecture skill, as dwarves do. And so you can kind of get an idea of what this game's going to look like now when it's playing. Like, to those of you who really want to see what the game looks like, this is it. This is Dwarf Fortress, and this is making me extremely excited. Once again, there's going to be some more gameplay as well as Tarn's little anecdotes over in the Kit Fox video. Of course, the link to that will be in the description, as well as down in the comment section. I'll have it pinned. But for you guys, what I want to know is, what do you guys think of this? We've seen a little bit of gameplay before, but this time we got a little bit more. There's a little bit more variety in gameplay, and more things are being shown. I like the year 69. That part is real nice. And it's cool to kind of see the game as it's evolving. I really like how day-to-day they've been. Dwarf Fortress has always been like this, with the big blog posts about exactly what Tarn is adding, but I love how consistent these have been, and how common they are, and how often we get to see new little tidbits, because it's just been awesome to kind of follow along with this development. We really have a pretty good idea of how far along they are. I'm looking forward to seeing Legends mode stuff. I'm very excited to see more adventure mode stuff. We've seen a little bit in the screenshots, but not too much has been shown at this point of the actual adventurer stuff. I want to see more UX for adventurers specifically. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think down in the description, and I'd love to see you guys over in their comments section, giving them positive feedback as well. And if you want to support my news update videos and me showing up here on my day off, I have a Patreon. You can support me if you like. $1 a month goes a long way, and you also get some behind the scenes stuff, as well as if you want to hear my voice more, I do stream 6 days a week, every day of the week except for Fridays. There's a lot of Dwarf Fortress over there. So thank you very much for watching this update, and I will see you in the next one.